They lit up our screens in the 1970s, heartthrobs, sitcom stars, dramatic leads, icons of a golden TV era.
He doesn't know, but if it bites you, you can ride it to the doctor.
Icons of a golden TV era, but fame fades. And time transforms. You might pass them on the street today and never know who they were. Some chose privacy, others battled illness, addiction, or just the harsh glare of Hollywood's unforgiving spotlight. Their faces are barely recognizable, but their names still echo through pop culture history. This is 70s stars still alive but unrecognizable today. Welcome Back, Kotter was more than just a sitcom. It was a cultural phenomenon in the mid-70s. And at the center of it all was Gabe Kaplan, the stand-up comedian turned actor who played the wisecracking teacher Gabe Kotter. With his signature afro, mustache, and laid-back demeanor, Kaplan became one of the most recognizable faces on television. But after the show ended in 1979, Kaplan seemed to vanish from the public eye. He made a few guest appearances on TV shows and in films, but he never quite recaptured the magic of his Kotter years. So, what happened to Gabe Kaplan? Well, he found a new passion: poker. Kaplan became a professional poker player, competing in high-stakes tournaments and even serving as a commentator for the World Series of Poker. He traded the Hollywood spotlight for the intense, high-pressure world of professional gambling. Today, at 81 years old, Kaplan is a world away from the fresh-faced teacher who charmed a generation of television viewers. He's lost the afro, the mustache is gone, and he's embraced a more low-key, private life. He's a reminder that sometimes the greatest transformations happen not in front of the camera, but at the poker table. Three's Company was a cultural phenomenon in the late 70s and early 80s, a slapstick comedy that pushed the boundaries of network television, and at the heart of it was the trio of Jack, Janet, and Chrissy. Joyce DeWitt played Janet Wood, the sensible, down-to-earth brunette who was the glue that held the chaotic household together. With her girl-next-door charm and comedic timing, DeWitt became a beloved television star. But after the show ended in 1984, DeWitt seemed to disappear from the public eye. She took a long break from acting, traveling the world and pursuing other interests. When she finally returned to the stage and screen, she was almost unrecognizable. The fresh-faced, bubbly Janet was gone, replaced by a woman who had clearly lived a life far away from the Hollywood spotlight. The years had been kind to her, but she had a more mature, almost world-weary look. Today, at 76 years old, Joyce DeWitt is a testament to the fact that there's life after sitcom stardom. She's a talented actress who chose to walk away from the fame and fortune to find her own path, and she's all the more interesting for it. In the mid-70s, Michael Glaser was one half of the coolest cop duo on television. As the street-smart, hot-headed Dave Starsky in Starsky and Hutch, Glaser, with his dark curly hair and leather jacket, became a bona fide sex symbol. The show was a massive hit, and Glaser was on top of the world. But his life took a tragic turn in the 1980s. His wife, Elizabeth, contracted HIV from a blood transfusion and passed away in 1988. Their daughter, Ariel, also died from the disease in 1988. Glaser became a fierce advocate for AIDS awareness and research, channeling his grief into activism. He continued acting and directing, but the tragedy had taken its toll. The once vibrant, charismatic actor seemed to carry the weight of the world on his shoulders. His appearance changed, too. The dark curly hair turned gray and his face became etched with lines of sadness and loss. Today, at 82 years old, Michael Glaser is a survivor. He's a man who has endured unimaginable tragedy and emerged with a quiet dignity and strength. He's a world away from the cocky, carefree cop he once played, but he's a far more compelling figure. In the 1970s, Randolph Mantooth was the handsome, heroic face of the paramedic revolution. As Johnny Gage on the hit show Emergency, he was the dedicated, compassionate first responder who raced to the scene of accidents and saved lives. The show was a massive success, and Mantooth became a teen idol, his face plastered on the cover of every Tiger Beat magazine. But after Emergency ended in 1979, Mantooth struggled to find his footing. He appeared in a string of short-lived television shows and made-for-TV movies, but he never quite recaptured the magic of his Johnny Gage days. As the years went by, Mantooth's appearance began to change. The boyish good looks faded, replaced by a more rugged, weathered look. The once dark hair turned gray, and his face became lined with the experiences of a life lived outside the Hollywood spotlight. Today, at 80 years old, Randolph Mantooth is a respected character actor and a passionate advocate for firefighters and paramedics. He's a world away from the fresh-faced teen idol he once was. But he's a man who has found a new purpose in life, and that's a transformation worth celebrating. In the 1970s, Jaclyn Smith was the epitome of Hollywood glamour. As Kelly Garrett, one of the original Charlie's Angels, she was the brunette bombshell who captivated audiences with her beauty, style, and effortless cool. For 5 seasons, she was one of the most famous women in the world, a television icon who defined an era of female empowerment and high-fashion crime fighting. But after Charlie's Angels ended in 1981, Smith embarked on a different kind of career. She became a successful businesswoman, launching her own line of clothing and perfume. She also continued acting, appearing in numerous television movies and miniseries. But as the years went by, Smith's appearance began to change. The once natural beauty seemed to be fighting a losing battle against time, with a series of cosmetic procedures that left her looking different. The subtle, elegant features that had made her a star were replaced by a more taut, frozen look. Today, at 80 years old, Jaclyn Smith is a testament to the pressures of Hollywood and the relentless pursuit of youth. She's still beautiful, but she's a world away from the fresh-faced angel who once graced the cover of every magazine in America. For 9 seasons, Melissa Gilbert was America's sweetheart. As Laura Ingalls on Little House on the Prairie, she grew up in front of the nation, transforming from a spunky, pigtailed girl into a young woman navigating the challenges of life on the frontier. Gilbert's portrayal of Laura was so authentic, so heartfelt, that she became synonymous with the character. But after the show ended in 1983, Gilbert faced a new challenge: how to break free from the wholesome image that had made her a star. She took on more adult roles, appearing in television movies and plays, and even served as the president of the Screen Actors Guild. But as she aged, Gilbert's appearance began to change in ways that had nothing to do with growing up. A series of cosmetic procedures left her with a look that was far removed from the fresh-faced girl who had captured the hearts of millions. The natural girl-next-door beauty was replaced by a more sculpted, almost artificial look. Today, at 61 years old, Melissa Gilbert is a reminder that even America's sweetheart can't escape the pressures of Hollywood. She's still a talented actress, but she's a world away from the little girl in the prairie dress. They once defined a decade, but now they blend into the crowds they once stood above. It's a sobering reminder. Fame is fleeting, but the impact of these stars still lingers. Did any of these transformations shock you? Or did we miss someone you remember vividly from back then? Tell us in the comments. We're building this time capsule together. Hit like if this took you back, and subscribe for more forgotten faces, untold stories, and deep dives into the past. Thank you for watching.